welcome to a Flawsome 20 with Lucy. This is Awareness Month for mental health. So that's what we've been talking about lately, clearing our minds, decluttering our minds so we can live a healthier wellness life, right? So today we're going to talk about time management. We're going to talk about time management. Are you overbooking yourself? Have you found yourself doing more than one thing at a time? The reason why I ask that is because that means that you are multitasking. Multitasking is not healthy for your brain, for your productivity, rather than if it's at work or at home. If you're working Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, but it's not good for your schedule, or your brain, right? So what I would suggest is getting one task done at a time. That way you can give your full potential to that one task, okay? Imagine writing an email, answering the phone, and trying to concentrate on that, 100%. You're not going to be able to give your 100% attention to both tasks. So therefore, it's one or the other. Even if you're listening to someone while you're writing an email, it's two forms of communication. So one of those tasks is not going to get your 100% attention. It's good to make a list of those items that you need to get done, a to-do list. Rather if that's going to grocery shopping, going to work, of course, doing workout sessions, say you have a class to go to, it's good to make that check-off list. I know we all have a laundry list of things to do, but it's good to make those lists. That way you do not feel overwhelmed, right? So try to remember that, to plan out your day, because you won't be as stressed out if you plan your day out each day. Multitasking seems to be normal, but this is not normal behavior. Definitely not. You need to focus on one given task. And it doesn't mean that, again, like we don't have a laundry list of things to do, but focus on that. I'm a multitasker. I've learned to, rather than trying to do 5 or 6 things at one time, which has added stress to my life, I have been focusing on particular tasks rather than those 5 to 6. Balancing your time is very important. Okay, this is when your calendar comes in handy. If you're working on a particular project, block out your time. Okay, look at your calendar, and you could be working on a YouTube channel and a Facebook page, and how are you going to get your posting done and post stories? So that gives you an opportunity to block time out just for those tasks. Those are important tasks, but you want to make sure that you're blocking out time just for those tasks, okay? That way you're not putting your wants and your habits and the things that you enjoy, you're not putting them on the back burner, okay? So what I do is that, so I like to walk the dog every morning. So I'll put that on my schedule, maybe at 9 a.m. I like to pray every morning and every night. So I'm definitely going to put that on my schedule. I work during the day, so I'm going to block out time for work and then going to school. If you go to school, go ahead and block that time out. This is good for time management because you have more control over your life. You have more control over your daily duties, right? You're not just winging it, running around with the chicken with the head cut off. That's not where it's at, right? Because that's just stressful thinking about it. So this is a great time to prioritize. What are the important things in your life that makes you motivated, or that you want to make sure that you get done? Before, we talked about the 3 priorities in your life when we're telling someone no. Okay, let me think about that. Is it on my list of these 3 items? No, well then tell them no. It's okay. You want to make sure that you say yes to those things that you're going to benefit from, or that plays towards those important 5 things in your life, right? So make that list of those 5 important tasks that you have going on. What's most important to you? What's the most important task? What is the most important task on your list? You will feel like times there's not enough hours in the day, but that's just because your schedule is full. Let's reevaluate your schedule and work on your to-do list, okay? Rescheduling some things, canceling some appointments that's not as important would be good. So look at your calendar for the next 7 days. What things can you reschedule? By putting yourself first, you'll notice you won't be as irritated, you won't be moody, and you won't be stressed out. Just to give you some tips on to manage your time. Multitask. I just wanted to give you some tips on time management and how multitasking is not where it's at, right? Because multitasking definitely is not the way to go. We have got to do one thing at a time. As you know, there are several interruptions throughout your day, whether you're at work or whether you're with family or at home. Interruptions is time consuming, right? So take a week. Keep a log on who is interrupting you the most. Once you do that, politely, but do it assertively, to let that particular colleague or family member know, by the way, I'm working on this project. Please limit your interruptions. That's not being rude. That is standing up for yourself and what is important to you. You don't want someone else to be the cause of you not being 100% involved in your project or giving quality work, putting out quality work. That's pretty important to most professionals. But if you're working on projects at home, also definitely do that. Set that time to the side. I can't say it enough, right? You must stand up for yourself before anyone else will. You got to get this job done or this work done. No one else is going to do that for you. So in order to find that balance in your life, in order to help others, no one else knows what you need to balance your life other than you. Find balance in our life so we can live a healthier life. We don't want to be stressed out because stressing comes with diseases and other things that we could avoid. If you can avoid those stressful activities, that should be the way to. These are things you must ask yourself so that way you can decipher between, is this important or can this wait? Right? So these are different things that you can think about when you are evaluating your schedule. This is a big deal. So once you do get your schedule reevaluated, you'll find that you don't have as much pressure on yourself. Get a planner that's 12 months, 15 or 18 months. This can be your guide to get you through each day in a stress-free way. We are going to be stressing a little bit, but you're not going to stress as much. You're not going to spend as much time being stressed versus not having a schedule to follow. Now, again, emergencies come up, things come up, but this gives you control of your schedule. You are in control of your schedule. So make some time for yourself. You deserve it. Be sure to make sure that you put those mandatory meetings down and everything and appointments, because not everything is mandatory, right? So even if you want to list everything, I'm going to eat at 6 a.m. At 7 o'clock, I'm going to pray. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to walk the dog. From 10 to 3, I'm going to work, right? Or I'm going to go to school. From 4 to 5, I'm going to relax and just spend some time with me. And I'll start dinner after that. One good tip is that it's good to eat before 7 p.m. so your body has time to digest and detoxify. And to detoxify those foods or whatever you digest for the day. Now, your digestive system is not only focused on the information, Your digestion is not only the foods that we eat, it's also the information that you indulge in, right? Everything that you're taking in, including your environment, your thoughts, and the things that are you taking in, and that's life, right? So we want to nourish our bodies, our lives. So digesting is not just food, you're digesting your day as well. So it's just good to not eat after 7 o'clock, as that does add weight to you, but not only weight, it just causes a sleepless night. You're just not going to be able to rest as well as you would on a semi-empty stomach. That way you can wake up in the morning and you'll be hungry, right? So I would jot down everything on your calendars because it's going to keep your life in check, right? And it keeps you in charge of your schedule.
So what I
You're
did
in charge
here
of your time
is
and your daily
readjust
duties.
my schedule.
So this is
6 a.m.
totally
breakfast,
up to you.
7 to
Let me
8
know
post
what
to
you think about these
Facebook,
techniques.
8
down in the
o'clock
chat.
in the shower,
Just
9
let me know
walk
what
the
you
dog
think from
and prayer.
this episode of
10
a
o'clock
flawsome
starts my day.
20 with
taking
Lucy.
a lunch at 12.
I'm just curious,
noon.
what did you get from this episode?
I'll start dinner about 6
I'm going to go
p.m.
on and show you some dialogues
do
and
my
some reminders of what we
workouts
went over today.
about 8 o'clock. So that'll be 8 to 9. Unwind for bed between 9 and 10:30 because you want to unwind at least an hour to an hour and a half before bed. This is one way to evaluate your schedule and to just update your schedule to reflect your daily task. If you are unsure, if you are multitasking, here are some tendencies. Like if you have multiple pages open or tabs open on your computer, you're probably multitasking. The same goes for your desk. If there's several file folders or papers out that you're working on, more than likely you're probably multitasking. Multitasking is more likely when you're working on a project or a task that you're not excited about. For instance, creating a spreadsheet analysis might be an unwelcome task. So you might frequently catch your email, check on your email and or do like a project, anything to keep you away from your current task. What can you do to stop multitasking? Plan your day in blocks. Manage your interruption. Like I said, keep a log of who's interrupting you the most. Improve your concentration so that you can focus properly on one task at a time. Every time you go check your email or take a call, when you actually should be working on something else, take a deep breath and resist the urge. If you find your mind wandering when you should be focusing on something else, you need to guide your thoughts back to where you're supposed to be. You could be in a meeting and your mind wanders, like I got to give this speech later. Guide those thoughts back to that moment, being in that meeting and being present to receive the information that is meant for you to receive. Now let's talk a little bit about how you can have better time management. As you know, it's good for your mental health. Plan each day. Prioritize your task. Say no to those non-essential tasks. Take the time you need to do a quality job. Hey, you can practice that 10-minute rule. Work on a dreaded task for 10 minutes each day. But once you get started on it, you never know, you could just go ahead and finish it. And lastly, evaluate how you're spending your time. Keep a diary of everything for a few days, and this will determine where you're spending your time at. Look for time that could be used more wisely. 5 important things in your life. How you consider these things would include setting those goals using the SMART technique. Be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time limited. Time limited just means that do you have a limited of time to get this goal done, or do you need to plan for this goal? I put an example of a vision board there where it says my life map. It breaks it down into different areas of your life, which may include your home, your health, fun, family, God, or your higher power, work, money, back to home. Another example is where it says here's a graph. You can divide your time into different sections. Like I want to spend 30% of my time on this, 20% on this, 30% on this. So you have several different options on how you want to find that focus in your life. What are those 5 things in your life that motivates you and things that you want to get done? But what are those 5 important things in your life? For instance, mine would be my mental and physical health, my relationship with God, my family, which includes my children, my fiance and his daughter and son-in-law, financially stable, opening up a business. Those are my focuses in life. So you can base that off of what is fully in your heart wholeheartedly. And this, you can build your life around that, and that can add balance to your life. Just being more conscious of the decisions that you make and what you're spending your time on is going to lead you into that healthier well-being. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. And remember, you are the one in control of your thoughts, your body, your mind, spirit, and soul. No one can take that away from you. So take good care of it, for sure.